10 cubic feet of air at 300 psia and 400 degree Fahrenheit is cooled to 140 degrees Fahrenheit at constant volume. What are the final pressure, the work, the change of internal energy, the transferred heat, the change of enthalpy, and the change of entropy? So as we can see, lahat ng units is in English units, okay? And itong mga temperature natin is not in absolute form. So, need natin mag-add ng 460 para maging absolute temperature. So, for T sub 1, mag-add tayo ng 460, magiging 860 degree Rankine. And for T2, mag-add tayo ng 460, magiging 600 degree Rankine. Una natin hahanapin is yung P2. So, P2 over P1 equivalent to T2 over T1. So, ito yung inaral natin from the previous lesson. And then, isolate lang natin yung P2. So, equivalent to T2 over T1 times P1. Then, input natin yung value. So, we have 600 degree Rankine for T2 and 860 degree Rankine for the T1. For the P1, we have 300 psia. So, itong mga Rankine makakancel na and yung matitirang unit psia. Okay? So, upon calculation, magkakaroon tayo ng 209.302 psia. So, yung mole value na store natin sa A. Next natin hanapin is yung work. So, basically, ang work dito, 0. Bakit? Kasi nga, sa problem, yung air mo lang pinalamig, okay? So, walang nag-enter and walang nag-exit sa boundary. So, pag walang nag-enter or exit, ibig sabihin yung work mo is 0. Then next, change in internal energy. So, we have mcb times T sub 2 minus T sub 1. So, T21 meron na tayo, but wala tayong M and CB. So, una natin hanapin is yung M. So, for the mass, ang gagamitin natin, PB equals MRT. So, bakit ito yung formula na gagamitin? Una, kasi given yung pressure, yung volume, and yung temperature. And yung R or specific gas constant, so alam naman natin na air. So, yung value ng air for the English is 53.342 foot-pound force over pound mass degree Rankine. Then, isolate lang natin yung mass. So, magiging P1B1 over R T1. Then, mag-input tayo ng value. For the P1, we have 300 pound of force per square inch. For the volume, we have 10 cubic feet. And for the R, we have 53.342 foot-pound force per pound mass degree Rankine. For the temperature, we have 860 degree Rankine. So, makakalculate na ba yan? Hindi pa. Bakit? Kasi tingnan yung numerator. Naka square inch tapos naka cubic feet. So, kailangan tong inch, i-convert muna natin into feet. Okay? So, magta-times tayo ng 12 inch over 1 feet squared. So, cancellation tayo ng units. So, yung square inch, makakancel yung square inch. Then, yung cubic feet, mababawasan ng square feet. So, matitira feet. So, sa numerator, ang matirang units is foot-pound force. Then, for the denominator, makakancel yung Rankine, ang matitira foot-pound force over pound mass. So, dito, makakancel yung foot-pound force, ang matitira pound mass. So, upon calculation, ang matitirang mass is 9.417 pound of mass. So, yung whole value na store ulit natin sa B. Then, for the CB, we have R over K minus 1. So, equivalent yan sa 53.342 foot-pound force per pound mass degree Rankine over 1.4 minus 1. So, yung value ng K pag air is 1.4. So, tandaan yan. Then, upon calculation, we will get 133.355 foot-pound force per pound mass degree Rankine. So, okay na yan, pero kasi kadalasan pag English units ang ginagamit natin BTU. So, i-convert natin yung foot-pound force into BTU. So, 1 BTU is equivalent to 778 foot-pound force. So, makakancel yung foot-pound force. Ang matitira, 0.1714 BTU per pound mass degree Rankine. So, store natin sa C. So, kompleto na yung change in internal energy. We have mass, the CB, and the temperature. Okay? So, upon calculation, we have negative 419.68 BTU. Okay? So, store ulit natin sa D. Then for the heat, diba, sa inaral natin last time, yung value ng change in internal energy parehas lang ng heat. So basically, parehas silang negative 419.68 BTU. For change in enthalpy, we have mCp times T sub 2 minus T sub 1. So we have mass and temperature, ang kulang natin CP. For the CP, we have Kr over K minus 1. So 1.4 times 53.342 foot-pound force per pound of mass degree Rankine over 1.4 minus 1. So we will get 186.697 foot-pound force per pound mass degree Rankine. So convert ulit natin ng foot-pound force into BTU. So we will multiply 1 BTU over 778 foot-pound force. Then we will get 0.24 BTU per pound mass degree Rankine. So store natin sa E. So kompleto na yung sa change in enthalpy. Calculate natin, we will get negative 587.55 BTU. Lastly, for the change in entropy, we have mCb ln of T2 over T1. So, lahat tayo nito meron na. Okay, so input na lang natin. For the mass, we have 9.417 pound mass. So, tandaan nyo naka-store sa B. Then, for the CB, we have 0.1714 BTU over pound mass degree Rankine. So, itong CB naka-store naman sa C. Okay? Then, for the temperature, so ln 600 degree Rankine over 860 degree Rankine. Then, cancel natin yan. Then for the pod mass, cancel din na matitira BTU per degree Rankine. So upon calculation, we will get negative 0.581 BTU per degree Rankine. Okay, so yan na yung final answer.